Hey there, folks. Picture this. A dusty dirt road stretching out under a big OL Montana sky, leading to a ranch that's been in my family for generations. Me slice of heaven, my escape from the grind. I'm Jake Harper, just a guy who traded city suits for work boots. And let me tell you, I thought moving to this ranch was going to be all wide open fields and quiet nights until the local HOA decided they wanted a piece of my land and my peace. This is the story of how I fought back, how a nosy neighbor named Karen turned my quiet life into a showdown, and how, in the end, I didn't just save my raunchy, changed a whole community. So, I roll up to Harper's Hollow, this sprawling 50-acre spread my grandpa left me about a year ago. It's got this weathered farmhouse with a creaky porch swing, a barn that smells like hay and history, and animals that give the place a heartbeat, 8 horses that gallop like they own the place, a couple of goats that'll stare you down like they're plotting something, and a rooster who thinks he's the king of dawn. I'm no cowboy. Mind you, I was an engineer in Seattle, crunching numbers, stuck in traffic, but out here, I'm learning. Mornings are for feeding the horses, afternoons for fixing fences, and evenings, man, evenings are for sitting on that porch, coffee in hand, watching the sun paint the hills gold. It's the kind of peace you can't buy, you know? But just across the county line, maybe a mile off, there's this shiny new subdivision called Crestview Estates. Think cookie-cutter houses, manicured lawns, and mailboxes so identical it's like they're saluting in formation. That's where the HOA runs the show, and let me tell you, they're not fans of my rusty fences or my free-roaming goats. I'm minding my own business, stacking hay one afternoon, when this silver Lexus SUV pulls up to my gate, kicking up dust like it's auditioning for a Western. Out steps Karen Mitchell, Crestview's HOA president, all pearls and pressed blazer, with a smile so tight it could crack walnuts. "Hi there. I'm Karen," she says, like we're about to be best friends. "Just wanted to welcome you to the neighborhood, keep things neighborly, you know?" I'm polite, shake her hand, but I'm thinking, lady, my ranch isn't in your HOA. What's this really about? She's eyeing my barn, my horses, even my compost pile like she's taking inventory. "It'd be nice if we could all work together," she says. "Keep the area presentable." I nod, say something vague, but as she drives off, I get this knot in my gut like a storm's brewing, and Karen's the thunder. 2 weeks later, she's back, clipboard in hand, heels sinking into my dirt like she's claiming it. "Jake," she says, "all business. We're reviewing property lines, and there's some overlap with Crestview's boundaries. Mind if I take a look around?" Overlap? My grandpa has owned this land since Eisenhower was president. I'm no pushover, but I figure, let her poke around. She'll see there's nothing to find. "Fine," I say, "but make it quick. I'll grab you a coffee." I'm in the kitchen, brewing some Folgers, when I glance out the window and there's Karen, snapping photos like she's on a safari. The barn, the fences, my horses, even the compost Palesh's got her phone out, clicking away, her blazer glowing white against the dirt. I'm half amused, half annoyed, thinking, what's she gonna do? Find me for untidy hay? Then poof's gone. Vanished. I run outside, calling her name, and there she is, waist deep in my compost pit, flailing like a cat in a bathtub. Her blazer's ruined, her hair's a manure masterpiece, and her phone's sinking into the muck. "Get me out," she shrieks, like I pushed her in. I grab a piece of rebar, haul her out, and she's standing there, dripping, clutching her clipboard like it's her last shred of dignity. I can't help it smirk. "Coffee, Karen?" She lets out this banshee scream, stomps to her car, and peels out, leaving a trail of compost and rage. I'm laughing, but deep down, I know this ain't over. Sure enough, a week later, I get a letter from some fancy law firm. Karen's suing Macy's. She suffered emotional distress and physical injury from her little dip in the pit, wants thousands for medical bills, therapy, even her reputation. I'm floored. I call my lawyer, Sarah, a no-nonsense gal who's seen it all. "She's got no case," Sarah says, "but we need proof." Lucky for me, I've got security cameras. Grandpa was paranoid about rustlers. We pull the footage, and it's gold. Karen sneaking around, snapping photos, stepping right into the pit like she's blindfolded, and me playing hero with the rebar. At the trial, Sarah plays the video, and the courtroom's trying not to laugh. Karen's lawyer stammers, her story's falling apart, and the judge shuts it down, case dismissed. Word spreads, and suddenly Karen's the manure monarch of Crestview. I'm relieved, thinking maybe she'll back off, but there's this nagging feeling she's not done yet. Then it escalates. I'm fixing the barn one day when a pickup rolls up, two contractors in hard hats, carrying blueprints. "We're with Crestview HOA," the big one says. "Your fence is on our land, 25% over the line. We're here to tear it down." I'm stunned. This fence has been here since the 70s. "You touch it," I say, real calm. "And I'm not calling the sheriff. I got a 12 gauge that handles trespassers just fine." They freeze, mumble something about checking with the boss, and hightail it out. I call Sarah, fuming. "They're bluffing," she says. "Let's get a surveyor." So we hire Tom, this old-timer who knows land like it's his Bible. He spends a day measuring, comes back with a grin. "Jake, your fence is clean. But here's the kicker: they're parking lots on your land, and half their storage sheds squatting there too." I'm floored. Poetic justice, right? Sarah's eyes light up. "We're not just defending now," she says. "We're hitting back." We filed a complaint, demanding they move their parking lot and shed, plus pay for trespassing. The courtroom's packed. Everyone's heard about the manure monarch's meltdown. Sarah lays it out. Tom's survey, the camera footage, even the contractor's stunt. Karen's lawyer tries to spin it so it's all a misunderstanding, that I'm the bad neighbor, but Sarah's relentless. They harassed my client, sent goons to his land, sued him over their own mistake, and all while they're the ones trespassing. The judge isn't having it. He rules in my favor. The HOA's got to move their stuff, pay a fine, and cover my legal fees. Karen's face is as white as her old blazer, and the HOA board is scrambling. As we leave, a couple of them apologize, saying, "We didn't know Karen was this bad." I nod, but I'm exhausted. Victory's sweet, but man, it took a toll. Over the next few weeks, Crestview's a mess. Karen resigns, moves away, and her reign is over. The HOA's scrambling to relocate their shed, and I let them use the parking lot for now, with strict rules. Call it leverage. New board members, led by a guy named Mike, show up at my gate. All apologies. "You didn't just save your land," Mike says. "You made us rethink what this community's about." They're trying fewer rules, more neighborly vibes. I even get invites to their barbecues, and I'm starting to see Crestview folks as well. Folks, not just HOA drones. One evening, I'm out by the pasture, watching my horses graze, the sun dipping low, and I can see Crestview's lights in the distance. It hits me. This ranch isn't just my sanctuary, Anna Marie. It's proof you can stand your ground and still build bridges. I fought for my peace, and somehow, I helped them find theirs too. But here's the thing: what if I'd let Karen win? What if I hadn't checked those property lines? Makes you wonder how many folks out there are getting pushed around by HOAs or bullies, not knowing they've got a shot to push back. So, tell me in the comments, ever had to fight for what's yours? Dealt with a Karen or an HOA gone wild? Drop your stories. I am reading everyone. And if this hit home, give it a like, share it with someone who needs a nudge to stand tall. Thanks for listening, folks. See you out on the range.